Welcome to the European Association for Higher Education Advancement's YouTube and podcast channel.
Oh, wow.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into something you might not expect from a higher education association. How to convince your company to give you better benefits.
Interesting.
We're diving into an article from the EAEA itself.
Okay.
And get this, it might actually hold the key to unlocking that extra vacation day.
Right.
Or that professional development budget you've been dreaming of.
It's true. This article really breaks down how to advocate for yourself effectively, even if it seems like a daunting task.
Okay.
And the best part is these strategies can be applied beyond just negotiating for benefits.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
The article starts off with a really empowering premise.
Right.
You can succeed in getting your company to offer better benefits.
Right.
They lay out a strategic three-step process.
Okay.
And the first step is all about focus.
Focus.
They call it pick your battles.
Interesting.
Which, by the way, is brilliant advice for life in general, right?
Absolutely. And in this context, it means resisting the urge to overwhelm your manager with a laundry list of demands.
Yeah.
Instead, pinpoint the one benefit that would make the biggest difference in your work life right now.
So instead of saying, hey, I need more vacation days, better health insurance, and a company car,
Oh, yeah.
you'd say, you know, it would really help me be more productive and engaged, increase professional development opportunities.
Exactly. By highlighting the specific benefit and its potential impact, you demonstrate that you've thought this through and you're serious about it.
Right.
This focused approach gives management a clear picture of what you're asking for
Okay.
and increases your chances of success.
It makes sense when you present a clear, well-defined request. It's much easier for your manager to champion it.
Exactly.
Now, I'm curious about step 2.
Yeah.
Focus on the company.
Okay.
This sounds like it's all about framing your argument in a way that resonates with your company's priorities.
You got it. Instead of focusing on how the new benefit would benefit you personally,
Yeah.
you need to show how it would help the company succeed.
So instead of saying, I'd be so much happier if I could work from home one day a week,
Right.
I'd need to frame it as allowing employees to work from home one day a week could boost productivity and reduce overhead costs. Is that what you mean?
Precisely. You're speaking their language.
Okay.
The language of business outcomes.
I see.
The article gives some great examples of how to do this.
Okay.
For instance, if you're pushing for a gym membership benefit,
Yeah.
you could point out that healthier employees tend to take fewer sick days,
Right.
leading to increased productivity and lower healthcare costs for the company.
That's a really strong point.
Yeah.
It's about connecting the dots between the benefit and the company's bottom line.
Exactly.
What are some other examples? What if you're advocating for something like, say, educational benefits?
If you're advocating for educational benefits, you could emphasize how supporting employees' professional development leads to a more skilled and adaptable workforce.
Right.
This could make the company more competitive and innovative in the long run.
Yeah.
It's all about thinking strategically and demonstrating that you understand the company's needs.
This is making me think about what I would prioritize if I were asking for a new benefit. What about you? What's the one benefit that would make the biggest difference in your work life right now? Why is it so important to you?
Okay.
I'm genuinely curious.
That's a great question. I think for me it would be #PTS, the deep dive episode 2024-1103, part 2 of 3. For me, it would be more flexibility in my work schedule
Okay.
that would allow me to better manage my personal responsibilities and ultimately reduce stress, leading to better focus and productivity when I am working.
I can definitely see how that would be a game changer. It's not always easy to juggle everything.
Right.
And having that flexibility would make a huge difference.
Yeah.
But how do we convince our companies that these benefits are worth the investment? That's where step 3 comes in, right?
Exactly. Step 3 is use data. This is where you back up your request with cold, hard facts.
Now for the clincher,
Haha.
the data that'll make your case bulletproof. So what kind of data are we talking about here?
Think statistics and studies that demonstrate the positive impact of benefits
Okay.
on things like employee retention, job satisfaction, and even a company's bottom line.
Yeah.
For instance, one study found that 61% of people would take a job with a lower salary if it meant getting better benefits.
Wow, 61%. That's a pretty compelling statistic.
Right.
It really highlights how much people value benefits.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is that it's not just about the perks themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but what those perks represent.
Yeah.
They're a sign that a company cares about its employees' well-being both inside and outside of work.
That's a great point. And that can be a powerful motivator for employees. This statistic makes you think about what you prioritize in a job. It's not always just about the money, is it?
Right.
What matters most to you?
Absolutely. It's about finding a company that aligns with your values and priorities.
Right.
But going back to the data,
Yeah.
what kind of information would resonate most with different companies?
That's where you need to get strategic and consider your company's specific goals and challenges.
Okay.
If you work at a tech startup that's rapidly growing, they might be particularly interested in data on how strong benefits can help attract and retain top talent.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
In a competitive industry, having those perks could be a real differentiator
Yeah.
when it comes to attracting the best and the brightest.
Right.
What about if you work for a company that's more focused on cost savings?
If your company is focused on cost savings, you could highlight research showing how benefits like gym memberships or wellness programs
Yeah.
can actually reduce healthcare costs in the long run.
It's all about tailoring your data to your audience,
Yeah,
right? You need to make it relevant to their specific concerns and goals.
exactly.
And that's why it's so important to do your research and really understand what motivates your company's decision makers. But why is data so effective?
Data removes the emotion from the argument and makes it a purely objective business case.
Interesting.
It shows that you've done your homework and you're serious about making a positive change, not just for yourself,
Right.
but for the company as a whole.
So it's not just about coming to the table with a wish list. It's about presenting a well-researched, data-driven proposal.
Right.
It's about showing that you're thinking like a leader and considering the company's best interests.
Yeah.
Now that we've covered the 3 steps,
Yeah.
let's recap. Pick your battles.
Pick your battle.
Focus on the company
Focus on the company.
and use data.
Use data.
It's a pretty solid plan for anyone looking to improve their work life.
It is. And what's exciting is that these principles can be applied to so many other situations, not just negotiating for benefits.
Yeah.
They're valuable tools for effective communication and persuasion.
You're right. It's all about learning how to advocate for yourself effectively and make a compelling argument that resonates with your audience. But there's one more thought from this deep dive that I think we need to explore. The article is about convincing management to offer better benefits.
Right.
But what role do our fellow employees play in all of this?
That's a fantastic question. It made me think as well. Could it be more effective to approach management as a united front with your colleagues?
It's like that old saying, there's strength in numbers, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it goes beyond just presenting a united front.
Yeah.
What if you talk to your coworkers about their desire for better benefits? It could help you gather more data and craft a stronger argument. Hashtag TTS, the deep dive episode 2024-1103, part 3 of 3.
It's almost like planting a seed for a company culture
Yeah.
that prioritizes employee well-being.
Exactly. And this whole conversation has really highlighted something crucial for me. We often think of negotiating for benefits as this individual battle, but it doesn't have to be. By joining forces with our colleagues, we can create a more supportive and fulfilling work environment for everyone.
It's about shifting the mindset from me versus them to us working together. And who knows, maybe those conversations will spark a company-wide movement toward better benefits and a happier, more engaged workforce.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? It's a reminder that we have more power than we realize to shape our work experiences. Sometimes it just takes a little courage to speak up and start those conversations.
That's such an inspiring thought to end on. So to recap our deep dive into the E&A's advice, if you're looking to improve your benefits, remember to pick your battles. Focus on the company and use data, but don't forget the power of your fellow employees. Together you can create a workplace that truly values and supports its people.
Well said.
Please don't forget to follow the European Association for Higher Education Advancement on YouTube and social media